People don't realize why God made every soul different, why he differentiated all of us, and why someone like Dionysus, who would like just roll around in mud all day and say like, just fuck it, nothing matters, bro. This just live like an animal. This is how you're supposed to be. Even he has a role in society for pushing norms, right? He might be the extreme case and maybe not God's favorite way to live life, but he's differentiated in that way to push the people who are suffering, who have locked psyches, who are just locked. I feel so locked and I'm going crazy. And then they see someone rolling in mud and they go, you know what? Fuck it. This is some Fight Club shit. This is like, let's go do some dirty shit and this like snap out of this programming that the government put me in, right? So every archetypal weirdo in society, God made them different for a reason. That reason might be fully exhausted and harming society, but there's a reason why they're extreme that way, right? Now, God doesn't want them to be all the way extreme where it hurts their life, but he wants them to stand out. But usually when people stand out, they crash and burn. They just have to go more and more extreme, right? That's what artists suffer from, right? We suffer from like the turning libido, that it doesn't stop. And I'm a genius. I really am.
College is a scam.
These people are like $100,000 in debt watching streamers.
Okay.
Do you think men can give birth?
Do I think men can?
I feel like the right is so stupid. Like, you guys, all you do is debate all day. Men actually cannot give birth. When it's like, dude, if they're giving us crazy ways out of the system, we should be taking them, right? I'm not going to argue if men can give birth or not. I'm never going to argue. But when I want to leave work early, I go, I'm pregnant. I think I'm pregnant. And then I look at my boss, go like, wait a minute. If he leaves 5 hours early and he comes tomorrow and he says, no, it was a false alarm, I'm not allowed to say shit or else I look. Which phobic is? Do I look phobic or? And then they get stuck. And you have like so many outs in society. You have like so many, you could use that anywhere. You can get out of any situation by, you know how many times I've said to libs like, yo, I think I'm pregnant. And they go, but Zherka, you're more like a conservative temperament. Like, you don't believe in that stuff. And I go, actually, I do. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Give birth.
I
think
love
that,
using their shit.
Yes or no question?
I think that a person who is assigned male at birth, I don't think they can give
Assigned
birth.
male at birth, so people are not male at birth?
I think that a person.
See, your evidence that college is a scam, my friend.
College is a scam.
You're lacking in a lot
well,
of wisdom.
Well, here, we can continue right now. So, gender studies. Do you think that studying gender is
low testosterone, beta energy?
Not essential? Should we not deepen our understanding
well, first of all,
of gender?
I don't think gender.
How come, like, you can tell from someone's tone of voice if they had a dad who yelled at them or not? And I've never heard the youth ever sound like me. Like, dude, I'm convinced that, like, I think fathers are in the homes for some of these white boys. It's just that fathers are like very soft. I guess the saddest thing would be like, do people with soft dads do you like talk about it with your family? Like, do you look at your brother and say, hey, I think dad was soft? That's just, as dishonorable as that is to say, does that happen? Is it like you're not trying to insult him, but you just like, you have to get it out? Bro, my dad's so badass, dude. I said, yo, as a son, I don't ask you for much, but honestly, for the first time in my life, I'm going to ask you something. I feel like you're fat. And my dad's like, bro, you're Zherka. You literally hit fat every other season. Like, you have like a million different looks on Google. You know, like, he looked at me like, what the fuck are you saying? And I'm like, I feel like you should, you know, because I know you had that injury and stuff. I feel like you could lose 30 pounds. And bro, this guy, in a matter of 2 weeks of traveling with me, we're eating all this delicious food and stuff. I'm just pigging out. And my mom, my brothers, everyone calls me and starts freaking out and yelling at me. They're like freaking out of how much weight he lost in like 2 weeks. Because I was doing like hikes. I was doing a lot of crazy shit. And he'd tag along. And I'd be like, what do you can't keep up? And he'd be like, yes, I can. And yeah, everyone freaked out on me because he started looking like a big model skinny. Like, that was wild, right? I forgot that he could be like that. And because he's like coming out of injury. So I get it. And I've never seen him like with a layer of fat. That's why I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? And yeah, I got kind of angry. I don't know why I got angry at that. I was like, no, not at your age. Like, we're going to be like Chinese people, bro. You know, you're going to be healthy. And he's super healthy. It's great. Like, we're so blessed. But my family and my mom, who doesn't really like give a shit about stuff like that much, not that much, like, not for him. She's like all mad at me. She's like, what are you doing to him? And my mom's like, why don't you lose it? I'm like, okay. And then I lost a bit too, but he lost a lot. And then I was like, wow, that's like really badass that I can, he didn't really get triggered, didn't give a fuck, right? He just listened to me because he's like, oh, my son's a little worried. Because, I have this theory that for older cats, if you let go for a few weeks, that could turn into like years of you being off your shit, Me, I'm up and down my weight. I can, do whatever I want. I could jump through anything. But if I was 70, I would not get out of shape even 5 pounds over. Like that age, you got to be on point, right? I feel like the only thing I ever talk to my family about is health. Everything else, I just like tune out, leave the group chat. I'm out of here. Don't want to chill with you. And just keep everyone on point. Yeah, I've been on point for a year, right? I've been pretty perfect blood pressure for a year. I haven't had this for a while. So now I get to talk to them like that. Like, you know what I mean? And where was I going with this? Oh, yeah. This guy, right? This guy at 70, he's going to be like a basket case of bad health. Because he's just, look at him. He's so not manly. The aura is off. His etheric field is off.
I think I'm an econ major, and depending on what job I take in the future, I can still use the skills learned from that.
Tell me about Milton Friedman.
Tell me about Milton Friedman. He is an economist from...
How about Thomas Sowell?
Thomas Sowell.
Ludwig von Mises.
Oh, God. Let's talk taxes.
I'm a first year.
How about
I'd love to see you answer the gender studies question.
We will get there later.
Disgusting. Bro, listen to Zherka rage in chat. He says, infinite eclipse to Tsukuyomi this world. You're an actual jacked, good-looking Chad that's intelligent, but you watch anime. What a fucking weirdo, bro. I still can't believe, bro, for 7 years, I flexed that I watch anime, and now I realize that it's fucking stupid, man. We should be ashamed of that. We shouldn't be making anime references in this fucking chat. What kind of community is this? It's like a grown-ass man who's watching Dragon Ball. Did you see the new Dragon Ball, though? Let's go quickly, bro. ADHD commercial break, bro.
The animation on this, boys. This is the new Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is alive, and I am blown away at the artistic quality of this new Dragon Ball anime. Dragon Ball Daima, absolutely clean and polished as heck. They had way more time to prepare for this anime than Super, and it shows.
So clean,
they blessed us with all of these retellings of all the old amazing fights, and they redrew all of it, and it looks so unimaginably good. I mean, I am very, very impressed. They've done it. They've absolutely done it. So tons of combat in this episode, lots of new characters, and lots to talk about. So they start out the beginning of the episode showing Goku and basically going through his whole story. And they even give us this kind of like redrawn Dragon Ball style, but like with the new filter. It looks amazing. Now they start showing us all the old villains, all redrawn and look beautiful. We got Bardock and Goku. We got Goku doing a crazy Kamehameha. We got Cell with unbelievable shading, and same with Boo. I mean, there's so many creamy shots in this episode. Like, as a Dragon Ball fan for 30 years, I was loving it. But you can tell that Dragon Ball Daima is definitely targeted towards a newer generation that didn't grow up with Dragon Ball, and that's why they're giving us Chibi and they're retelling all of these stories.
They ruined it. They actually ruined it.